as looking at the table, and the mathematics needed here is extra, because in sixth position, Kasasi, with 1 game to go, even if they give it 6 points, cannot smell top 2. But from Ensayi, Nshera is living under the hope that Machando loses, Kalele loses. If one of them draws, nothing. Because
Nshera is on 34, eh?
34. A goal difference na Machando needs
2 games to go.
2 games to go.
Or 3 for Nshera.
2 to go. 2 to go. So the mathematics, I needed the calc on set. I don't know how we can get a calculator here and we see what to do. But Guma, how are you looking at this race?
This race, we gave here our predictions at the start of the season. Eh? I, for one, was sure TY is not smelling the final. But every team has gone in their way.
We actually have that clip.
Yeah, I think we have that clip.
We have that clip. You are saying, I am here on record. TY will not smell final again.
But I must say, TY, of course, now I think mathematically it's true, right?
No. TY needs
What's the math?
A point. Needs a point from 2 games.
Which games do you have?
Nshera and Ensayi.
Bayern. But you'll get to that point. Kalele has conspired to deceive. They blow hot and cold. One day they are closing out in Nshera, the next day they are drawing to 9 men. I don't understand their play. So they have had a shaky season.
Game. How was Kashani? I'm sure Mose watched that game. How was Kashani that day? How did they?
I was playing my own match, but half of my attention was on the other. I actually benched myself to watch how that game started. Yes.
How was Kashani that day? What did they do differently?
You see, these young boys, when they wear the same jersey, you think they are all Viets. And yet, Kashani had actually brought real ballers. They had somebody from Tungamo, Mbarara, even Chegegwa, I think one, he has never come, but...
So the only thing limiting young teams is funds.
Capacity. Yes.
Because sure,
I don't know how they were motivated or how they managed to come through.
What do you mean funds? These guys have.
For the game week.
Why would we contribute to Kashani?
How do you know these players came from these districts?
Because I was supporting Kashani. Yes.
Why you hate watching that day also? Because why hate watching before your game is very dangerous?
I hadn't come by the time Kashani played. They were playing very early, I think.
It started at midday.
It started at midday. It was already
Yeah,
there.
but they were among the first games. I mean, we started late that day. That's right. So I heard someone's shirt was torn in that game.
Sir Rodo.
Rodo,
His shirt was torn. I don't know what happened.
it's actually because Rodo is a better rugby player than a footballer, but Kalele wouldn't.
That would
be
imply
right
that he's the one tearing.
Oh, the Nyamas overstretched the shirt.
No. Kashani had actually squeezed Kalele. Kalele was on the wall. Yes. Even with 9 men, Rodo's shirt had to get torn by Ezra.
There was no card. No card, no nothing.
I don't know how the ref was seeing it, but after giving Kashani the red card, then...
But that boy has had a brilliant season. Why did you let him go?
Ezra? No, we had goats in that position. We had Kante, we had Titus, and Ezra. Sincerely speaking, as good as he is, we wouldn't mention him in that conversation when those guys are there. Yes.
Kodio. Nshera FC.
What's up?
Defending champions.
Chigari
Right now, the mathematics you need. Very deadly. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to one game and like 1 or 2 people in the whole league that can ruin your entire season aspirations,
Who are those 2 people?
which is quite a sad thing, but
One must be
we've really given it our best.
Owen, your goalkeeper on Sunday.
No, I'm actually talking of the opponents. Yeah, I'm not saying our players. Our players have done their best. It's just not been in our favor.
What has gone wrong post-Christmas?
We've not been very lucky. Yeah, and I think this season has been that challenging that there is an element of luck, to be honest, in some of the games. People are really good.
Sheraman has to talk about luck because winning finals on penalties.
3 penals.
I would beg to differ.
All finals you've won on penalties.
No, you see, finals are different. You can really lead the team. Every final we've gone to, we've been doing very well the entire season. So we earned it. We earned our place there. To be honest, the final, anything can go down. But at the end of the day, even luck finds people prepared. And we're usually the most prepared.
Are you saying
If you want to use the line of luck
now?
Sorry?
Have you counted your team out of the race right now?
Mathematically, it's still possible.
Not at all. Not at all. Mathematically, it is still possible.
What's your plan right now?
What
How
can
is
you
the
do?
camp right now?
What can
Because
you do better?
even if you win both
What can
games,
you get better?
even if you win both games, you have to hope that your opponent lose.
Yeah, you see, you cannot control hope. But we certainly are going to win the games. And we wait.
That is what you
Team we
said.
are hungry.
That's what you said
Remember-
after the game of Kalele. We are still in this. This is our thing. We're
Perhaps
still in.
Uranga was
And
on
indeed we
holiday
were. We were.
on Sunday.
You look at the games we've lost, like of research, bloody.
Nshera has really disappointed me this season. They came out all guns blazing, signed Mohindo, a man who was rumored to be moving to another country.
We were actually interested in that boy. I'll see why.
No.
We were interested in the boy. We,
To do what?
Made contact. But Oron was in between that deal. Oron Luija Wajira. Leave our boy. Right promising. What I'm going to do is make sure he doesn't go to any of your opponents. The next day, and Nshera unveiled the man.
No, that Mindo man is a share man. He has always been.
What can you describe as your highs and lows this season as Nshera FC? Defending champions, out here to take the trophy back to back for the first time in history.
Signed 11 youngers.
It has been. We actually have inside 11 youngers. We are going to dare him to name them.
Nshera
But
bench is very scary. When you look at it, wakakugambira, what's going on? You calm down.
our highs, I will tell you straight up. This has been one of those challenging seasons. First of all, it is the best, the most competitive season as yet, I think, ever since the Tari League started.
But you see, I think
Now,
every season is harder than the last.
not necessarily.
It's a useless
Not
statistic.
necessarily.
Because season 2 was surely more competitive than season 1.
One day, girl.
Yeah, but somewhere in between there, I can't even point to the specific seasons. Seasons were warmer,
You're saying
cold,
Kabadi
and you had
FC
dominance
had
from-
it easy.
And
Season
for
7
some
was
time
the
you had-
toughest season to date.
Sometimes you had like dominance from the same.
I'll show you.
You won 4-2 on finals that season, right?
Yeah, 3-2.
But our high this season, while it is not very obvious,
Mose is on some hating business right now.
Omunyeto.
I don't know why I'm seated next to this man, but
It's good to speak realistically.
Why you wearing,
No, but you know it's understandable.
Segundo.
Oh, Segundo. You
Well.
know,
Masaki.
there is the calm that comes before a storm. I think
no, they insisted on a star.
the clouds are gathering, so we could as well give them some limelight before they fade away.
No, I mean, I was told you really need to wear a star to be on the show.
Your lows this season. I don't know if you're going to mention it. I want to know what happened to our guy Albert. Albert was a select team player. He has played finals with several teams. Oh, what happened?
Even my man Daura starts on bench.
I will honestly.
That means there should be so much talent on the pitch for them to bench.
Nshera bench is so scary. You pass Uzachoya, but then you realize there can only be 4 of them at a time.
This is the worst rule that ever existed.
Never brought 60-40, but he did well.
Yeah, for
In the
Nshera,
grand
for
scheme of
Nshera.
things, he did well.
Yeah, it's one
That
of
one
the
we can-
reasons
we can all
the
agree.
league is so competitive right now. The 60-40.
And we've discussed this before in subsequent episodes and said it has also helped us to mobilize. Because Fahad, there's no way Fahad was ever going to leave Cavalry to come for the league.
Mose said he spent how long in terrace school?
It's still, by the way, a case of contention up to now, because when you ask about his house, these guys don't know. Stream, they don't know, but apparently it was.
I don't know whom you've asked, but this information is out there.
So what house was it?
You cannot certainly come and claim to be entire OB in Nshera of all teams and get on with it. And we know better. We cannot.
But someone did that in Nshera.
Yeah, but
It's younger maybe, but not Nshera.
Why not Nshera?
Why do you guys?
Because I mean, people are going to comb through all our.
Why do you have eternal beef with Sianga? What did Sianga
No,
guys
we do
do?
not have beef with Sianga. You know, there is all this hearsay
not
and all
moving
that.
away from
What beef do we have?
the Fahad issue.
Over what?
Perhaps you could tell us more about him.
About
What's his other name? Which house was
Fahad, the house, the time he was in Tari, because honestly, I also don't know.
There's no way you can answer this question. Because Takumanya Fahad. And you see, Nshera has been in this situation before. Even last season, they brought Chris. My boy is
No second name, no nothing.
No, Chris guys know him.
yeah, of course now they know him. Now
Chris
they know him.
But Fahad,
And you will know Fad.
no.
No, I'm not going to give this man the pleasure of interrogating me like that. Come on. Fad.
Okay,
If
but,
Fad was an issue by now, I'm very sure this would have been raised.
What have been your highs and lows this season as Machando?
Our highs,
Signing
of course, as Machando, no. Machando, Kante has always been in Machando. It was just disorganized pre-season, but we aligned that one.
play with
Yes,
Mugera
but our highs, I wouldn't say.
I hear this man. This man is saying he was linked to
Kante
Omju.
wanted to play with Mugera Brian Paul. Said it has been his childhood dream.
I've also wanted to play for Arsenal, sorry. We can now speak of wishes here and there. But our highs, like he's asking, I think, has been building the team on the 60%. We have actually boosted the 60% of the team, and we have reduced on the youngers that we have.
Boosting of tight.
It hasn't come from me, but
Now, one thing I'll commend you for is the discipline you've had this season. Machando has always been perennial red card holders, yeah? But
Do you have any red card this season?
for like the last 2 seasons,
no,
I
we
think
have like 1 yellow card this season. We don't have a red
Better,
card.
eh?
We don't have any people invading the pitch. We don't shout at the ref even when they cancel our goals, like against our.
At some point, you have to embrace humility.
We are focusing on the core, which is networking. That's why we didn't score 10 against Kajogo last weekend, and people are now laughing at us that we need the bigger calculator.
I need to talk to this man again. On Sunday, you know, as a Nshera fan on Sunday, I wanted Nshera to win because if Nshera had won,
Yeah. Mathematically.
30
37,
million,
they would be on
30
37.
million FC was going to spend 15 million on calculators. That is a consignment. Because that's what they needed to be doing right now. So as disappointed, and they be calculating right now. So as disappointed, I come, there's no rabbit. You're starting Bruce in right back. There's no Sheldo who can cut. At least then one man is in deep six. Your best striker the whole season, and top goal scoring Wantare League. Adioma deep six.
277 goals and counting.
They even did this about Jawat Owen. Some goal, old guy, striking.
Olububu.
What was going on?
Sunday was something else. A very interesting game. From my perspective, obviously there were lots of expectations. But from your camp,
From the fans.
your support of us wasn't even out of love or anything. It was just mathematical, which is understandable. But I also cannot, I cannot really speak so much into the actions of the technical bench.
Are you blaming Katana, a two-time coach of the season? Two-time.
Katana
I
was
don't think that sounds like
Katana
it.
was
Katana was
BK is
fired.
coach.
Our coach is
So I'm the only two-time. Eh? Oh, it's fine. It's okay. So no, I just wanted
Two-time
to.
Yahweh.
Two-time.
Contested.
Two-time.
Contested.
Yeah, so the game took an unexpected turn. I mean, we played. Even I think we've proven that we can actually play without some of these key players you keep mentioning. We have we have a we have versatility.
Key players, you don't matter.
But I think they cut you short when you were still discussing your laws.
When I was still
Discussing the laws of the team, because I think the Sunday thing was going to come in the laws of your season.
Nshera laws.
yeah, they only let me mention the highs, but yeah, I mean it's.
There's no high, but even the laws.
I think you.
No launched jersey.
Because
No trophy tour. The shield has not been seen since.
11 younger is not a high.
Bro, we went CP. That was a shield tour. That was all.
But they unveiled
You come from Chigali, you go to CP Falls.
Ndahura Aaron. and the man went to abroad. By the time he came, Sherekeya not there.
You lose Koyo, you lose OP.
You know, it's unfortunate that not many teams can have a shield tour. So
Why
I don't think we shall compare with we've done.
Why do these core members who have won the shields with you? What factors did they consider? Why did they decide to leave camp? I thought Nshera was one family, team ya Ruhanga, all those things.
What core members are you referring to?
Koyo scored your winning penalty in season 10.
Got tight.
Oringotitas won you 3 finals through penalty shootouts.
I mean, they are adults. Honestly, I cannot speak to how they arrive at
Mose
such
was making fun of 11 younger, but Mose even has elder.
I've had Oringo say that.
Because Koyo is not younger.
So he was not challenged
So
anymore.
I don't think he was trying to say Nshera wasn't challenging. Nshera gave him what he wanted, and he took the next opportunity to try and rescue some other people. A good man in my books.
And I think he's well on track to rescuing them because Machando is in good mathematics, better mathematics than you for the season.
Look what we've done for them.
If you talk of rescuing, I didn't know teams need to be rescued to actually compete in this.
Apparently they do.
And
I mean, there is
we can now put
the league has reached that stage where some teams need rescue because I mean, if it's not this season, the chances are for some teams they are slim. For these particular teams, this is it. This is it.
So you have a chance next season to do a reverse.
So in hindsight, we
Better.
done.
By the way,
Hey.
if better comes to Nshera is 60%.
No, we actually we are not lacking in that area. Whatever it is.
Are you seeing what we're talking about?
So
They are not a welcoming lot. Even if a man wanted to go back, he cannot.
no, we are very welcome. I didn't say.
What if he is still willing to come back?
Certainly he can come back because we never chased him. He left by himself. On his
Chased
own
him
accord.
after he scored an own goal. I was there
Are
that
you
season.
sure?
He left on his own accord. It's on record. You cannot chase an original.
Find out.
But this issue was on the group some time back, and there are some Nshera members that headlined that he can never.
I feel like there is a...
Sure, if you did the thing anyway, so come on, you may be doing what Peter is doing right now. Peter has saved Nshera this season. He scored that equalizer against TY.
Is Peter usually aware of the goals he scores? Because like on Sunday, a man was running to look for the ball, it hit him here. It entered. He must be the luckiest footballer in this league.
And us to go to our MVP nomination so far. We only 2 game weeks away. So, from your own perception of the season, I think I'll begin with
Let's start with them.
Mose. Which 3 do you think will make MVP shot?
Somebody had made an
I
interesting.
hope no one will mention Pickmeat. I mean, pick shots.
Pickmits is on fire.
Pickmeat
It's on
cannot
fire.
smell MVP
Ever since
this again.
Christmas. I don't know what.
I think the man needs free tequila.
So second o'clock, eh?
But you see, people have really, players that are good have really stood out this season. And somebody was making an interesting analysis on X. They were saying it could come down to actually the team that qualifies for the final, and taking it, of course, it would be late. But who qualifies for the final maybe
They have an edge.
it will have a big say in who actually becomes the MVP. And I would partially agree with them, because when you look at TY is already gone, but unfortunately it doesn't have anybody to become MVP.
What you've just said, Philo was having an outstanding season.
Yeah, but it's not single-handedly determining outcomes. Yeah, so we have from Kalele, as much as there will be in tears, Romfield may be a good candidate. He missed narrowly last season, but I think this season is a very good contender for MVP.
That means 2.
Yeah. So I'll go to Machando, the joint second. We've had Arode. He has scored some crucial goals. He has come. He has actually stood out when he was needed. Against Ensayi, when we were in a decline, we had just been beaten by Jabulani. He came and he scored a screamer. Against Nshera, did the same thing. Yeah, so.
But Arode is not anywhere in the stats. Assist this, nothing. Has not given assists.
No,
he
scored a hat-trick against Kajogo on the weekend. I think he's on 9 goals for the season right now.
Yeah. I was a joint top scorer with him. Now he's 3 more because I didn't score.
You have 6 goals this season.
Well, the statistics
show that. Does that mean the third spot could be yours?
No. This season, I wouldn't put myself in. When we go to nobody.
Kasasi.
Nobody.
Ensayi.
Kasasi.
Ensayi has been outstanding this season.
Yeah, Hans has played some good ball. He could come close, but I think there's going to be a clear winner for me.
Before that, Mose, as a former winner of the MVP award, that is season 10.
MVP and top.
You took MVP, you took top scorer.
After start padding.
After start padding, you're talking about people start padding. You also start padding that season. I want no. But you're well deserved.
You were supposed to be top scorer that season.
Yeah, but I want to know.
Because I scored 4
on the final game.
Yes, but it was a game.
No one watching. Everyone had already gone to Crocs. It was only the Machando game left. The news came, Mose has scored 4 goals.
So, Mose, I want to ask you. Yes. As you're giving your picks and you've given us your rationale, 2 things. What does it take to become the most valuable player of the entire Lions League? And what is the definition of a most valuable player? Is it the best player in the best team, or it is someone who picks up his people? I don't know.
MVP, the most valuable player, is somebody that actually improves the team. He puts the team where it's actually not supposed to be. So you can't be the most valuable player in a team that is, I think, from 10 and below. It's not realistic, because if you are actually good enough, they would be somewhere competing, or you would give them hope.
That sounds fun.
Really, 10, 9, 8.
So that means someone like
there has to be an element of putting the team in competitive places and actually standing out in the games, and the discipline also plays a key role when you're going to be an MVP.
Kasasi didn't smell quite on cup last season. This season, they've been top 5. One time, top 4. So you'd say Nonto, Powell could make such a case.
We are yet to
MVP
see
nomination.
Where they are going to end up, because they are now in a serious decline, and you can't be an MVP.
There's that mathematics guys were talking about for Creighton Cup slots. I know my brothers of Abashechi are Calculating. They want top 8. Chisianga. Kabadi, I think Kabadi, you've given up.
No, we gave up a long time ago. We have stupid leadership. But Mose, what does it take to win the most valuable player as an individual? When you go into a season, you're going into a period of 20 games, game in, game out, 60 minutes. You're playing different opponents. You have work pressures to handle. You have other lives to handle. What does it take for you to carry on that mantle to a point whereby people can sit down, a group of maybe 5,000, 10,000 people, and say you are our most valuable player? What does it take for you individually?
You must enjoy the game. You must have fun at what you're doing. You must come, you don't even have to think about it. Once you find yourself thinking about being the MVP, being the top scorer, then it's highly unlikely that you won't even get near there. You must be able to come week in, week out, to play for the team, enjoy the game, create for players, score a few goals. I think the most important part of something like that is to actually enjoy the game. You must come to enjoy the game every day. You must like it.
Your MVP.
I actually think he has asked, the last question he asked was a good one. You could have your personal opinions on that. But it's important to recognize that this MVP is going to be chosen by guys who are probably, first of all, not biased. Not so biased.
20 votes.
Yeah, and they have a lot to choose from, a lot to consider and all that. So my personal take on MVP, I mean, I feel like someone like Romfield certainly has earned it this time. Even last season, he did quite well. He was.
You want to say last season there was a robbery?
No. I totally deserved it.
You want to say there's an imposter on the MVP list?
You can tell us. It's an open
I'm not
platform.
saying anything
Safe
like
space.
that. I'm not saying anything like that. Sorry.
So if you are to speak freely,
The cameras have been switched off.
yes.
No, I'm speaking freely. Aine totally deserved it, and it. Aine is good. He's a hell of a disruptor and partly the cause from a hell of a bad week I'm having.
Chisianga and Abashet have been calling themselves Disruptors FC. For them, they are here to disrupt. How can you come to a season and for you, your mission is to disrupt? What is that nonsense?
No, there's ultimate disruption when you disrupt big boys. Yeah, so for me, Romfield and Philo, I think those two, they have done quite well. Philo has done really well. He can be better,
One
to
person,
be honest, but
one
You don't
person
want
that
to
actually
nominate someone from Nshera FC.
Fahad.
Fahad has been very
I
outstanding.
started with a disclaimer that you can always have your personal opinions, but if we are being frank and genuine, I won't start claiming like my brother here was throwing around some guy. Just I don't know whether it's part of the strategy to keep the boy around.
The roadmap.
But
Strategic plan, 5 years, strategic plan. Arrow days.
She has done extremely well. There's no argument to that. We've just literally lost our unbeaten run in how long? I don't know. Yeah. Yes,
Not this season. This season you're doing poorly.
That's in whose books? Fifth. Yeah. So anyway, Romfield and Philo, I don't have a third choice, to be honest.
There's so many good players to choose from.
I could
There's
give a
one I
third choice though to someone from Kasasi. Kasasi, those boys, very promising chaps. Yeah. Yeah, so if you're going to go personal with your own reasons and all that, I might as well say, I see this team is very promising. And this,
If you had to
is
mention your most
very
outstanding player in Nshera FC right now, who would you mention?
Okay, outstanding eligible player.
ever since I walked in, I've been set up. So again, I will not commit myself to any technical.
Yeah, but who has had a good season? Like who do you feel at least has performed to the standard of defending champions in your team?
Yeah, I mean, Ferdinand being Fahad, sorry, being. I mean, he has just come to Nshera, and certainly his performance is exceptional. But I think it's also because we've not seen him. This guy has always had ball. We are not really surprised by that.
He should be in the mix.
Mose, you're telling us you
There
had
are
a
just
player.
different reasons why certain people haven't shown up before. And I think that's the versatility Nshera has. Most teams have really exploited them. I think they thought when 60-40 came on board would be struggling here and there, but I'm telling you, even at 100%,
You still bring your new boy. I'm sure
There are
even
still
next season,
bowlers like
Nshera
us.
is going to bring someone new.
hidden in there.
There's a guy who would have attended
There's always a guy. I mean,
math contest S2.
you attended with at least 300-400 guys. So unless you are just mediocre here, which we weren't, then you definitely have players in there. You just give them a chance, and of course performance. When you're doing as well as we've been doing, it's very easy for these guys to come on board. They are motivated. Why is a guy who has been constrained for the last 4 or 5 years, wherever he has been stuck, if he's here, why is he not motivated to come and give us a shot?
Was he on the team?
We have our players whom you see like once or twice a season. The Avalanche is very good guys, exceptional. You know, they are not always here.
Mose was asking.
Has
Jose
he been
is
previously on the team group, like
Disrupting
the Nshera
Has
group?
he been on the WhatsApp group?
Absolutely, he has been.
In
If
the
you
WhatsApp.
bring your chat right now,
see-
can't you see he was added in September?
How do you know that?
Towards-
I'm the only person in that group here.
Towards Crichton Cup.
All that is here.
Okay,
Deserves
there are other notable mentions in struggling teams, and they've really, you have to mention them because they've really suffered for their teams. When you look at Kachanchari, there is a boy called Kevin Ruiz.
That's that man.
He must be one of the best bowlers we have in the league right now.
Very exceptional this season. Because we've been top of the table from like game week 2 till now. Takes a lot. And with the game in hand. At some point we had 2 games in hand, but we're still top of the table.
Yeah, I can relate.
Yeah. So some of the boys that have put in exceptional work, Gezi Boy, Fido, Mugero Brian Poe, Sam, Jose.
Why did you relegate my boy Kateva this season?
Kateba is suffering an injury, but na usually once in a while to test it, Bianga, but
Considering that he's going to be playing in his home ground, won't he get some minutes?
St. Leo's Chegobe, we are fronting.
Should we expect him to actually get some minutes?
It's going to be like this.
Diamond.
Diamond of
This is
Bosses.
Gezi Boy.
I don't think Troy
This is
decisions will
Tebas,
be featuring
Mugero
Chegobe.
Branco, Bojo Axis. Nije tunayotina FortPortal.
Mugero is a Mutoro.
Za Mnyoro.
Okay.
My MVP picks, I would give Romfield a pick. I think Romfield has been very exceptional this season. Kinkwani Ndeba, those logs, top scorer log, he's there.
Assists.
Assists is there.
He has almost single-handedly carried that team.
If he was in
But he can also carry it so far. On Sunday,
on Sunday, Vasapu Shabaho.
Mbakunoga.
Romfield,
Romfield 1?
I'd pick. I've not seen anyone exceptional in Machando. He has been here saying a lot of words, but
Maybe in year 3
Machando is
of
like
their
Nshera.
5-year plan.
At the moment, Machando is like Nshera.
Give 5-year
There's
plan.
no one exceptional in the team. You're playing good football, you're winning, but they are relying on your work rate.
Because you could be right, but we are not like Nshera. Nshera has outstanding players.
I don't think that was ever in question.
How do you have 2 UPL players?
Currently playing
Waxo
in this.
Giants, Girl Stars. Bijirwa is in which one? Bugedede? That one. They are also playing in the lower tier.
Big league.
Yes. But you are in 5th. You find the man who took 5 bottles of tequila previous night scores you.
I don't know why having players in Premier League is an issue. They actually picked from Nshera to the league. So it's,
You're overpowered.
Three,
The point
yeah.
is you're overpowered.
That means they are carrying a heavy load,
well,
but
they are delivering.
I mean, on Sunday, you guys played Abashrechi.
You see,
it was
they are delivering.
defensive, Kama
That means the
finger
rest of the team is.
You see,
against.
Defensive Kama finger did smell.
He didn't smell.
He cannot smell.
Who,
How
who
can
played?
he
Who
smell?
played on the weekend? Abashrechi in the
Our church
midfield.
was full house. And when they are full house, of course, Kama finger can't
doesn't
smell.
operate on 5-year plans. We work in the moment. Because we are not here to play football forever.
Well done. Well done. in
And the
moment.
league doesn't wait for you.
Well done
Good
in
time,
moment.
not a long time.
I would go to Ensayi also and pick one boy just for courtesy. Kujambo, this is a team that swallowed 8 goals against Kalele last season. They were in the pits. And they made a few signings. So I'd go there and pick someone like Winko Shots. He's made them solid at the back. They've conceded less, and they've tried to go.
He has had a solid
compete.
season. Eh?
They've tried to
I
compete.
think he's comfortable at home. The team he was in last season, not so much. Eh?
Candy.
I don't know which team he was in. I'm not naming names.
Wakoloto.
Home is best.
Always, yeah. Even Oringo was telling me the same thing the other day.
I've looked everywhere.
I used to look at him like a worker.
Come catch goals, go back.
Maguma. For my third pick, I've looked around. There's no one else outstanding. So, Nantakwenda kuna nominating someone from TY, but because there's no one really to pick from elsewhere, I'll have to add in Philo. Philo has been very exceptional also this season. He's leading the playmakers sheet. He's competing in top scorer. He's second. So he's had a solid season.
By the way, he's a strong contender because most people, when they get married, they decline. Yeah.
But he didn't decline.
There are added responsibilities, apart from a few outliers, of course. Yeah.
You are the outlier.
Kashatonda bagarike bachugambe. But Philo is actually having
Philo
a
is
solid
a good
one.
shout. Eh? But if I was to think about this season on a whole, there are certain subjects that have never been touched on in Inter Lions League for an MVP. When I asked Mose to define what an MVP is, talked about scoring and creating chances. But I think maybe this could be the season. Defense wins that MVP. There have been people who have saved their teams and they have survived with draws. Back then in season 7, which was the hardest season in the league, there was no draw. You go for a penalty shootout, win 3 points or 0. Now when there's a chance of a draw, you can split 1-1. So it's a bit easier for teams to... A team can get maybe 3-4 draws and they still stay in contention. Now, I want to go...
As good as a loss.
No.
Did they win season 7?
Ask these people.
Huh?
Which one did you win?
We won season 7, 3-2 Kajo.
Because you've really thrown season 7 around.
You can combine the goals Nshera scored in the finals. They have not scored them as we scored them regular time. All the goals we scored in the final. We scored 3, we scored 1 in regular time.
Okay, we have taken note of season 7.
So
Yeah.
But you
Season
are saying
7.
Kajogo.
Kajogo was fire. That's when Barnett had just come back from the UK. That's when Judge. But I don't want to go back into all that. Let's focus on this season right now.
And they didn't have NATO. They were pure Kajogo. For you had
Did we play by the league
very
rules,
many
yes or
goals.
no?
You had very many goals in Kabari.
Now, my 3 players.
TY,
I want
Kalele,
to.
every other team was
I want to pick out
there.
currently.
Stretch.
This player has just currently proposed and has gotten engaged. Number 1 player would be Dawson. You see, as you guys talk about Kalele and Romfield's goals and Pema and what, there's always a detriment. You talk about Romfield's goals, you can talk about there are certain games he hasn't showed up in, but they have not conceded. Kalele is a team right now, their backline has conceded 4 goals the whole season in 18 matches. That is down to Akashawa getting off the bottle before games. That is down to them having a consistent backline. But who's the most consistent at backline? Who has shown up for that Kalele team from day one for about 4-5 seasons on the trot? Dawson
gave away our goal versus Chapa League.
in conjunction with Kagezi. But I'll go there.
Back pass as a strike.
And speaking of my second pick, I think it's time to stop this nonsense of disrespecting Kagezi. It's been too many seasons in a row. Because of how brilliant he has been in the league, would not give him his respect. He even hustles to make it to teams of the season because they say, Kagezi, that man, without that man in your back line, you have played people like Kevin. We saw your game, Kasas. You were 1-0 up. In a game you didn't need to win. And you lost 2-1. Just one weekend Kagezi was away. Imagine he was away for the next weekend. I would give Dawson. I would give Kagezi. My third pick, I would go for Bayern. Because I've picked someone in Ensayi's defense. I have to go for teams that have conceded very few goals. The reason guys are up there, and the reason the thing that's separating teams is their defense. Even Kalele at its worst, playing, and when you said Kashani had it on the ropes at the start of the episode, they got a point. How many times have you guys been in games and the stuff is tight? You get a 1-0 and it deflates your whole team. It does this to you.
That's how we were versus Machando.
So for me this season, I would be comfortable. I'm not saying that they have not been forward bowlers. I'm saying defensive-minded players need some recognition.
Surprised you haven't mentioned Nshera.
Nshera.
Of Machando. Pocketed disease whole match.
Is that guy who plays, they play a sweeper and then 3 guys behind him. But he has had a good season. But me those are my picks. I would really go defense. Even last season I was happy when Olgai was nominated for player of the season as a goalkeeper. Those things don't happen every day. I was happy the other season when Kachomia won it. I don't know, was he playing defense that season? I don't know. But he was defensive-minded that season. He was playing midfield.
He was defense. He was playing CB.
But he scored too many goals in defense. Now, that's a problem. So, I think this is a season where that, and going into the final, that is what is going to win the Shield. You go into the final, you guys played Kalele. You said you played beautiful football. Mose calls it square pass football.
Beautiful football.
But how many times did Akashav and the defense show up? How many times you guys tried the long throws? And the defense absorbed it. Mark Alvin has been there running down the whole line. He has about 7 assists. He has conceded 4 goals.
Do you want to continue and make your final predictions for
my final predictions?
Top 2 spots.
The guys who are going to the final. Number 1, Machando is not smelling the final.
They asked for guys going.
Hey, I thought you wanted me. I just wanted to state that point. You mean teams that
this
are going to...
This man lost his phone and was offline for a full week. When he came back to the group, the first message he sent was, Chando will not smell fina.
Chando cannot
What's all
smell.
this beef?
Chando cannot be there lurking in the corners and just sneak in into second place in the last moment. When people have put 30 millions and all these other things aside.
Well, at some point in the 5 years, they will.
The 5-year plan.
Hopefully.
It's also contentious, that 30 million.
So I'll go. Umjuma will make it. They'll get their point and they'll qualify for the final. They'll qualify as first. 2.
Inside.
I hate to say this. Chandos is playing that final.
But a moment ago you were
They won't
saying,
smell the shield. They won't smell the shield. I have a problem. Machando's fixture vis-a-vis Kalele's fixture, the tightness. Munge is a hard paper. Munge can squeeze it to a draw. These guys have what?
But they have Bonfubs.
We have Bonfubs. The most informed team in the league right now.
Bonfubs is number 5.
Bonfubs doesn't need it. Bonfubs is not a team of playing cheese. They won't do that to them. But Munge, on the other hand, Munge is a disruptor, as you call it.
But Fuchs has a point to prove also this.
No, you see, what makes it interesting is that both Kalele and Machando are playing guys that want top 8. And none of them is assured yet of that position of playing Crichton Cup. Bonfubs is close. They are not yet sure. Abazivu needs it. It needs a result. It is a win or a result to go into the final day trying to play for top 8. And if you look at how they started, it's a team in ascendance. So that's why they are, I would call them a more dangerous animal at this point.
It's tricky, but again, like you said, the calculators, we'll have them.
Maguma's prediction is TY Machando final.
With OP saving the winning penalty.
But you said Chando was losing the final. This man is...
There is what he likes and it will
There's what is going to happen and then there's what I don't want to happen. That is the problem.
Your picks, Mazes. Number 1, I'm sure, is Chando.
On the finals?
Do you think Machando will make it to the final?
Machando and TY.
Machando and TY.
Yeah. We are seeing the last of these guys on Sunday.
So you don't want to see Martha K in FortPortal?
She will come because I'm sure they are not too fixated on playing a final that they want.
And
they
of
want
course, if they don't play the final,
plans,
if they don't play the final,
they know how to put up a vibe, unlike their opponents that season.
But there will be excess, so they
Ginger.
afford her.
Also, we need a team that has it's all that TY has qualified early, but we need a team that have a solid budget on the final.
But you have never been on the final. How why are you talking about a solid budget? Do you even know a finale budget?
The man has gratis.
Man has finished 3-4 every season, 3-4 every season. Is he talking about finale budgets?
We are kindly requesting you don't use time. That's all we are requesting for. Please put up some bit of a vibe, even after, in the event that you lose. Don't just sneak out in the middle of the night and disappear. We are still one family, one league. You can tour around FortPortal.
Yes.
I want Machando to reach the final.
Kolio.
And
Kolio.
you experience it.
There's still a lot of
Kolio.
uncertainty on how you guys left together.
Anyway, both guys who are in air and land, even the guys who tried water transport. No,
It's just the
Nshera is still in the mathematics. I hope you are aware. I hope you are aware. If Machando loses and Kalele loses, and you win your remaining games, you're on the final.
tough call. We are certainly winning our games. I just feel like we are disadvantaged by that fact that it's going to be based on how these guys perform, especially Kalele. Not so worried. Machando can always fumble. That's one thing you can count them on. They can always fumble. Yeah, so if that was already, I would easily make my prediction, my bold prediction. But for now, I'll put my money on on Kalele. Yeah, because predictions are just like wishes. Wishes are horses.
Who would you be supporting if you have a TY Kalele finale? A commoner, 2-time, 1-time champion.
And we said that this time we don't want that half TY, half Kalele.
You would support on who has a better vibe.
Based on emotions or sympathy. Whoever brings the best vibe to the final, I think deserves it at the end of the day.
We're winding up here. Oh, members.
Who do you want to play in the finale?
Colleagues. The shield will come. I've been telling people, I'm going to propose in FortPortal.
To what?
That Bekwa.
Not
I've
to
been
who,
with
but to what?
my madam for over 10 years. And when we win the shield,
My lead.
She's been through it.
I take a knee, here's the shield, and I propose, when you marry me, kumweleka shield. So So TY this season really, I don't need designation.
I hope the proposal is not
So you must
based
be
on the
praying for
shield.
They are
the
champions.
Based on
weak
the outcome
opponent.
of the final.
They are champions of this season. TY, and I think in that final we're going to beat Kalele. So Kalele, yeah. Kalele. I don't trust Machando. Machando last season was in this mathematics. And they eventually lost to Kachanchari. The game they had to win, they lost. So you can't trust
After
them.
guys had gone away, because you guys had won your game. You know, Nshera had already qualified. It's so astounding that they are now in 5th.
But I would love a TY Machando final. Because Machando na want to be too.
It's the safest bet.
And you know, it would what? It would replay the Crichton Cup finale. You see, that would show you how important that tournament was, because finalists Vatwala na Kunuya.
You got us tired after playing 4 games. I would want to watch you get us on 60 minutes when everything is at stake.
When you're not tired.
In a way, it's a very interesting final. Machando, TY, they are the biggest fumblers this league has had. And I mean this in a very honest way.
Members.
There's not so much at stake.
We need to
Of course,
appreciate our sponsors. Online Chupa for the good drinks. And of course, Pick Shots Photography. Maguma, not married. You're not Kolyo. But I think Kolyo is closer to getting married.
I'm waiting for a proposal, so you said 1 month from now, 12th April, St. Leo's Chegovi.
I'll support Pick Shots before you do. So, can you because you are my elders.
It's like 1.5 years.
Washanga. 2 solid years. You are
Kolyo is
in
like
senior 6 when I was in senior 4. So, Pictures Photography, very good wedding photographer.
top.
And available for business. So, if you're getting married and you have a good gentleman like this one, Chanche Ndom Mahajiri.
Even when you're dating, when you want to have a photo shoot with your
Birthday photo shoot.
with the cousin, yeah.
There's a time I was going to Jinja for a weekend with my baby girl. Napansa Pick Shots. Pick Shots ya jena na television paka Jinja. So it's available. Mumo her business.
Yeah. Maybe online Chupa will do the drinks at your function. I hope she says yes.
How can you say no? We've been dating for 10 years. What are you looking for?
a shield.
You will know why. It's over. It's over.